Have you ever found yourself in a high-pressure moment, a job interview, an important presentation, or a meaningful conversation, only to feel your emotions take over? Your heart races, your thoughts scatter. Suddenly, it feels like you're no longer in control. Most people spend their lives reacting to emotions they never learned to understand. But centuries ago, the Stoics developed a different approach. They discovered how to remain calm when others panicked, composed when others crumbled, and focused when emotions threatened to take control. Today, we're exploring 10 powerful Stoic habits that can help you master your emotions, strengthen your mind, and maintain control no matter what life throws at you. If you're ready to stop being controlled by your feelings and start governing your responses, stay with me until the end. Let's begin. Habit 1. Understand what emotions really are. Most people treat emotions as either enemies to suppress or masters to obey. The Stoics saw them differently. Think of emotions as messengers. They're not trying to destroy you. They're trying to tell you something. Fear alerts you to danger. Joy highlights what matters. Anger points toward something you perceive as unfair. The problem isn't the emotion itself. The problem arises when emotions become the decision makers. When an emotion appears, it often arrives before logic has a chance to speak. It's like an alarm system that activates instantly, demanding attention. If we're unaware, we'll automatically follow wherever that alarm leads. Stoicism teaches that emotional mastery isn't about becoming cold or detached. It's about creating enough awareness to pause before acting. The first step is observation. Pay attention to your triggers. Notice how emotions appear in your body. Study the situations that repeatedly provoke strong reactions. Once you begin observing emotions instead of immediately obeying them, you reclaim your power. And that single shift can transform every area of your life. Habit 2. Challenge the judgments behind your feelings. The Stoics believed that events themselves do not create emotional suffering. Our interpretations do. Imagine someone interrupts you during a meeting. One person views it as disrespect and becomes angry. Another sees it as enthusiasm and remains calm. The event is identical. The judgment is different. This was a central lesson taught by the Roman emperor and philosopher Marcus Aurelius. Despite wars, political turmoil, and devastating plagues, he reminded himself that external events could not control his inner world. Likewise, Epictetus taught that we are disturbed not by events, but by the meaning we assign to them. This realization is liberating. You may not control the first emotional spark, but you can examine the thoughts fueling it. Ask yourself, is my interpretation accurate? Am I assuming the worst? Could there be another explanation? The moment you question your assumptions, you loosen the grip emotions have over your mind. Habit 3. Use the power of choice. One of the most empowering Stoic principles is understanding that while you cannot control everything that happens, you can always control your response. Between what happens and what you do lies a small space. That space is where your freedom exists. Most people react automatically. They let circumstances dictate behavior. Stoics do something different. They pause. They choose. Life constantly presents challenges, disappointments, and unexpected obstacles. Yet none of these forces can determine your character unless you allow them to. A harsh comment, a setback, a betrayal, or a loss may trigger emotions. But your response remains your responsibility. The wider that space becomes between stimulus and reaction, the stronger your self-mastery grows. And self-mastery is the foundation of true freedom. Habit 4. Train yourself to act instead of react. Knowing you have a choice is important. Using that choice consistently requires practice. One powerful Stoic technique is the pause. Whenever strong emotions arise, stop for a moment before responding. Even a few seconds can prevent impulsive decisions. Another technique is reframing. When something frustrating happens, deliberately search for alternative explanations. Perhaps the person who offended you is struggling with something you cannot see. Perhaps the obstacle you're facing contains an opportunity for growth. Perspective changes emotion. Values-based decision-making is equally important. Before reacting, ask yourself, what action aligns with my principles? What would my best self do here? The Stoics also practiced emotional acceptance. Rather than fighting emotions or pretending they don't exist, they acknowledged them calmly. Observe the emotion, name it, understand it, Then decide whether it deserves your obedience. Feelings are information. They are not commands. Habit 5. Experience the benefits of emotional mastery. When you consistently choose reason over impulse, something remarkable happens. You become steady. People begin to trust you because they know you won't be controlled by temporary emotions. In relationships, this stability deepens connection. Instead of escalating conflicts, you become someone capable of resolving them. Professionally, emotional control becomes a competitive advantage. Leaders who remain calm under pressure inspire confidence. They make better decisions because their judgment isn't clouded by emotional turbulence. On a personal level, resilience grows. Challenges that once overwhelmed you become manageable. Difficult situations no longer feel like threats. They become opportunities to practice strength. You stop merely surviving life. You start shaping it, and perhaps most importantly, you gain a deeper understanding of yourself. Habit 6. Overcome the obstacles. Mastering emotions is not easy. If it were, everyone would do it. One major challenge is the speed of emotional reactions. Emotions often appear before conscious thought. That's why self-awareness is essential. The more you practice observing your reactions, the easier it becomes to interrupt automatic behavior. Another challenge is consistency. Remaining calm during easy moments is simple. Remaining calm during adversity is where the real test begins. The Stoics prepared for this through a practice called negative visualization. They mentally rehearsed potential difficulties before they occurred. Not to become pessimistic, but to become prepared. When challenges eventually arrived, they were less shocking and easier to navigate. You'll also encounter skepticism. Some people may believe emotional control is unrealistic or unnecessary. But over time, your results will speak louder than any argument. Your calmness, discipline, and resilience will become undeniable evidence. Habit 7. Apply Stoicism in everyday life. Stoicism becomes powerful when it moves from theory into action. Imagine receiving harsh criticism at work. Instead of reacting defensively, you pause and seek useful feedback. The situation improves, your reputation improves, and your emotional balance remains intact. Consider family disagreements. Rather than escalating conflict, you listen carefully, respond thoughtfully, and focus on understanding. The outcome becomes healthier for everyone involved. Or think about personal discipline. Maybe you don't feel like exercising. Maybe you're tempted to abandon a goal. The Stoic response is simple. Act according to your values, not your mood. Because feelings come and go, character remains. Even during grief, loss, or hardship, Stoicism provides a framework. You acknowledge the pain, you accept reality, and you continue moving forward with dignity. Habit 8. Modern science supports Stoicism. What's fascinating is that modern psychology and neuroscience increasingly support many Stoic principles. Researchers studying emotional regulation have found that individuals who manage their responses effectively tend to enjoy better mental health, stronger relationships, and greater life satisfaction. Neuroscience shows that the prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational thinking, helps regulate emotional reactions generated by more primitive brain systems. Every time you practice mindfulness, reframing, or deliberate response, you're strengthening these mental pathways. Science calls this neuroplasticity. The brain changes according to repeated behavior. The more often you practice emotional control, the easier it becomes. Like building physical strength through exercise, you're building mental strength through repetition. Ancient wisdom and modern science arrive at the same conclusion. Mastering your responses changes your life. Habit 9. Build daily Stoic practices. Philosophy means little without action. That's why daily habits matter. Start with mindfulness. Spend a few minutes each day observing your thoughts without judgment. Practice journaling. Reflect on your actions, decisions, successes, and mistakes. Look for patterns. Learn from them. Use visualization. Imagine yourself handling difficult situations with calmness, wisdom, and composure. Set a daily intention. Choose a virtue such as courage, discipline, wisdom, or patience. Carry that virtue with you throughout the day. And never forget gratitude. Every evening, identify several things you're thankful for. This simple practice shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. Over time, these habits reshape the way you think, feel, and respond. Habit 10. Commit to the complete Stoic routine. To truly transform your emotional life, combine these practices into a daily system. Practice mindfulness every morning. Keep an emotional journal. Regularly embrace voluntary discomfort through challenging activities. Visualize yourself responding wisely to adversity. Set one meaningful intention every day. Make deliberate choices, even in small matters. End each evening with gratitude. Seek honest feedback from trusted people. Separate emotions from actions by pausing before responding. And nourish your mind through daily philosophical reading. Each of these habits strengthens a different aspect of your character. Together, they create a powerful framework for living with purpose, discipline, and inner peace. Remember, emotional mastery is not achieved in a single day. It's built one decision at a time, one response at a time, one habit at a time, and every day offers another opportunity to become stronger than you were yesterday. Thank you for spending this time with Sovereign Mindset. If this message resonated with you, continue your journey by exploring more Stoic wisdom and applying these principles in your daily life. The goal is not perfection. The goal is progress, and every step toward self-mastery is a step toward a stronger, calmer, and more sovereign life.